Lots of people ask me how we got the strange name, the Oddfellows. We don't know for certain because it's lost in the mist of time. The generally accepted explanation is that it refers back to the medieval guilds, when there were guilds for individual trades like butchers, bakers and candlestick makers, and the Oddfellows accepted fellows or employees from all assorted trades. Although from the earliest days, the Oddfellows themselves have regarded their shared values of supporting each other as being distinctive, and they regard themselves as odd or out of the ordinary because they do support each other. The 3 links, that's the worldwide badge of the Oddfellows, known as the recognition badge, and the 3 links refers to the motto of the society, which is friendship, love and truth. Within our society in the United Kingdom, if you attend one of the welcoming ceremonies to welcome you as a member, you will be presented with a badge at the conclusion of the ceremony. Well, as a historic society, we have lots of traditions, and the titles given to some of our officers are part of that tradition. For example, the chairman of the society is referred to as the Grand Master, and similarly at a district, at local level, the chairman would be referred to as the provincial Grand Master. They would wear a chain of office, rather like a mayor, to denote their rank within the society. And there are various other officers within branches of the society, people such as the warden or the guardian, each of whom have a role within the branch. In the early days, we always held our branch meetings in public houses, and indeed there was a lot of competition amongst pubs to get our custom, because typically we would hold a meeting once a week in the evening, often on payday, for people to come in and pay their contributions. And of course, while they were in the pub, they would take something for the good of the house. So pubs were very keen to attract our custom, even to the extent that they would rename their pub the Oddfellows Arms to show that we used them exclusively. We have quite an extensive collection of various mugs and jugs and glasses engraved or printed with Oddfellows emblems that were used at meetings.
The Oddfellows are an organisation that some members of the general public may feel is an organisation or a society whose values and traditions are lost in the midst of time. However, we are a progressive organisation with dynamism that should see us continue to be successful into the 21st century. There are a number of facets to the business. Firstly, we care for our members, so we have a wide variety of benefits and financial products to support and protect members. We're a very socially active organisation, so we're fun to be with, we're fun to join. We're heavily involved in charitable work, both on a local level and a national level. On the local level, each chairman of a branch supports his or her local charity, and then we group together to support more national projects such as the RNLI and medical research projects. There are 100,000 members and policyholders in the United Kingdom, with an equivalent number in North America, West Indies, South Africa, Australia and New Zealand. The members group together into a branch that we call a lodge, and a lodge can be set up in any town, area of city or a village. Local lodges group together into what we call districts, and then the districts, the lodges and the members are supported by an administrative hub in Manchester. In 100 years' time, I would see the society as a caring, sharing, family-based organisation that supports its members in times of need.
I would recommend the Oddfellows, yes, because I think for like-minded people and for people who are genuinely looking for an enjoyment or a way of enhancing their life, the Oddfellows do offer quite a lot of benefits with regard to the social side. Anyone who wants to volunteer once they become a member, there's several roles within the branch structure for them to get involved. We have a social organising team we have a welfare team, and we've generally got like the running management committee team just to run the branch generally. I think perhaps the best way to describe my feelings personally that I get from the social side of the society perhaps could be best summed up in the words from an old vinyl record that I have. And as you know, within the society, the members generally refer to themselves as brothers and sisters, which links in with the fraternal side of the society. So it's like a big family, effectively. And the words that I'm referring to in particular is this record. It's good to see brothers and sisters in harmony. And I think that is a sort of feeling I get. It's just a sense of being in harmony with other members. You know.
We joined the Oddfellows 4 years ago through some friends. We went 2 or 3 times just to get the feel of the place and to see, you know, how it worked. And we enjoyed it, so we joined, and we've enjoyed it ever since.
And really look forward to it. We go to the social events. I joined the Bowls Club, which is every Wednesday afternoon, and thoroughly look forward to it.
The people are very welcoming. When you first go, they sort of, hello, how are you? And everybody seems very warm and kind.
There's always something going on at the Oddfellows.
The dinner dance, which is at the Oddfellows, it's normally held in November, and they really push the boat out for this occasion. It's a 3-course meal, and then obviously a dance afterwards. So it's lovely.
The mingling together. It isn't their table. It's not their seat. Everyone moves around to make yourselves friendly.
This one here is at the children's party when Santa came.
Oh, yes.
Enjoying that. It's a lovely photograph, isn't it?
Yes. The hall is full of bouncy castle and games for them to play.
And I think, if I can remember this, they did a quiz afterwards, didn't they, as well?
Yes.
A little quiz.
Yes.
Which is another aspect to it. Gets your brain working, and and there's normally about 4 in a group, so that again is making new friends.
I've not known anyone yet, as I know of anyway, to have come for one night, even one night, look what it's all about and what the friendship's all about. Was that?
Yes,
that sums it up
yes.
for me.
After having 3 heart attacks, I felt very down, and I was able, through the Oddfellows, to go to Dawlish Convalescent Home, and I was accompanied by Ivy, who was a welfare officer, and it certainly improved my life and my health.
I used to go quite often and talk to him, and one day I said to him, don't you get any help in your house, because although it wasn't dirty, it was dusty.
I'm not very good at housework, actually, so I came round once a week and did some of my housework because I couldn't get any help through local council, you know. And so, and that's how our friendship developed.
And it was while I was at Dawlish that Norman told me he cared about me and I cared about him. He helps me by doing little jobs that I can't do, like he's got good hands and I haven't. I've got arthritis all over me, so he helps me in that way, and I help him in the ways I can help him. So
you find a lot of people who say there's nothing to do in the towns where they live, but if you look around and join the Oddfellows, as we say, you'd never be alone. There's lots of things going on that people don't realise, but only if they went and had a look and visited an Oddfellows branch. And, well, we're never in, actually, the both of us.
no.
We're busy all the time.
I've been an Oddfellow welfare officer for about 6 or 7 years now, and I enjoy it very much. You've got to be caring and kind, really, because lots of people have bad problems and they need cheering up. So I tend to be a bit cheeky and, you know, try and bring them out themselves a little bit. And it works. I'd say, look, join the Oddfellows because there's always something going on and people are very friendly. We all call one another brothers and sisters, and that's how we act. We support one another. And I've never looked back since I joined, and that's 8 years ago, yeah.
It's so friendly, that's the main thing. And as you know, I'm the social organiser for York and Scarborough, and we had two couples that met on one of our trips. They didn't know one another, and they've become firm friends. And while we were at Corton last week, one of them said it was the best thing that's ever happened to them. We're a very large district, so we organise social events in Scarborough and York. We have talks, quizzes, we do have, film shows, everything you can think of. And at each social event, I'll say to them, is there anything you would like? And people give you their impressions. You get feedback from the members as to what they want, and you try and fit in with this. And this is what it's all about. About 4 or 5 years ago, we had a gentleman that got his MBE at Buckingham Palace, and he came and he showed us photographs and talked about it. And Alan said, do you think they'd like to go to London? Oh, I thought, that's ambitious. We had 2 bus loads went. And as we got back in the bus coming home, one lady said, can we go to Paris next year? And we did have 1 bus load went to Paris. It was fantastic.
Normally we don't get to meet people other than Scarborough people, Bridleton, along the East Coast. Now the travel club, the Oddfellows Travel Club, as per Corton last week, you're able to meet people from other districts, get to know people better, and obviously get to know the methods, which all adds to the experience, and it enables you to put perhaps social events that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of. So the holiday club for us it does matter, and it's very important.
I think part of it is, as I say, knowing who people are. And if someone comes, you ask them to come and try. The main thing is to always have someone that will go look after them, introduce them to people and make them feel at home.
The Oddfellows, without blowing anybody's trumpets really, are nice people. And I think this is the key to the Oddfellows' success. All the others are peripheral, the benefits. They are secondary. It's people to people that are the main concern of all this.
I think the provision of social opportunities does a number of things. Not only does it give people an outlet for meeting others, enjoying themselves, but it also enables them to enter into the package of Oddfellowship, which provides care, support, and support from secretaries too. So they know that when they're there, not only can they enjoy themselves, but there's support available should it be needed. I think that's one of the big benefits we offer.
When I'm trying to organise events, I always put the emphasis on fun. I think there's so much doom and gloom out in the big wide world that I'd just like to have fun, and I think that's what my members go home from any event, whether it be a morning, afternoon or evening. I think they feel they've had a good time.
One of my successful events was strawberries, and it was last year our strawberry fair. And in doing so, it was also the fair that we were having to try to introduce more new people, bring them along to enjoy us, see what we were doing, and we had a pink and a red quiz. And all the answers were in connection with strawberries. And it went down very, very well indeed.
The event that I consider most successful was a lunch that I organised for our Provincial Grand Master, who's our chairman for the year of the district. And we'd moved from having a dinner dance, which was becoming less attractive to members, to a lunch at the Ickworth House, the National Trust property, for 130 people in a much more relaxed environment and overall a very popular event.
Well, when I do my programme, I always say we arrange anything from coffee mornings to cruises, because that sounds quite nice. But I think my members would probably think that our most successful evening was when we did Deal or No Deal. And we did it as our fundraising event for our Genesis appeal.
We try to do anything we can to ease their lives, help resolve their problems. It can just be a visit to a lonely person, but it can be helping them fill forms out. It can be helping them to get the right sort of treatment that they need. It really can be anything that our members need.
I think a lot of signposting is involved, pointing people in the right direction. And also kind of helping them in ways, the cab line, it's a citizens' advice line that Manchester pay for advocates and counsellors on the line. So a lot of the members get back to us that it's used all the time. Benefits, the social services assessments, the legal aid side, if they've had accidents, I've got problems with neighbours, or they're worried about pensions.
You need to be a people person. You need to enjoy being with people, interacting with people at all levels. You need to be able to listen and hear what they're saying to you, and also probably what they're not saying to you as well.
Yeah, I think you need to be able to know where to get information for the members and be able to signpost them in the right direction, whether it be the Care and Welfare Department here at Manchester, whether it be me as the coordinator, helping them with our grants. We've got benevolent grants available, and the dental grants, the optical.
There's the other side of Odd Fellowship that probably people are outside the society aren't so aware of. Like the fundraising we do for charities, the sponsorship we provide, like we do for Oddfellows Brass, the brass band that we sponsor. There is the lifeboat that we sponsor at Sheringham through our RNLI fund, and that is something that is very important to us as well.
Not forgetting the big seminar room at Genesis at Wythenshawe Hospital, state-of-the-art room that we sponsored. And there's local charities in Leeds that we used to have a coffee morning each year, sponsoring either Genesis or the H.A. Andrews.
H.A. Andrews Memorial Fund is a fund whereby we sponsor medical research, and whatever we sponsor is usually for a specified period of time, and it's for a specific project at a set level of sponsorship, and hopefully very helpful in medical research.
The sort of events we organise range from garden visits, cheese and wine evenings, parties, dinner dances, all sorts from one end to the other. I mean, I do try and do ones for children and adults because we've had quite a few new children members.
Well, I suppose the first really big thing we did was to resurrect the Christmas dinner, and that was one of the first where we started. And now this good lady organises an event every month.
I think the most memorable so far, last year we held 40s night. Everybody went mad. I've never known so many people in one lodge room. It was madness. And one of the members had done all different, there was all things on the walls, and everybody bought memorabilia and all sorts of things like that. And we thoroughly enjoyed it, and the evening went on forever. It just didn't seem as if anybody wanted it to end.
Our most successful evening was what we chose to call a Cockney Ding Dong. We had singers come and perform, and of course it was all the old sort of music hall chorus songs. And all the members who came, and we had a very, very good attendance at this particular evening. And of course they all joined in and they loved it. And it really did go very well, didn't it?
If I was going to recommend Oddfellowship, I think I would base it on three things. Oddfellowship past, what we're doing right now, and what I think the potential for it is in our society right now. We do a lot of really good work for our members and for the area in which we are. But I think right now in Great Britain, right, there's a huge role for Oddfellowship to play. I think out there are lots of people who need the friendship, who need the support, and who have also things to offer. And I think that there's a gap there that Oddfellowship is, because it is so well organised, because it is so nationwide, and because it is an international organisation, right, it has the power to do it, possibly more than any other friendly society of its kind anywhere.